And you are listening to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Michelle Chadwick with the ICU Mobile. You were just introducing us to the inside of the mobile unit. Tell us a little bit after we've been welcomed. What happens next?
After you've been welcomed, if there's an opportunity that we believe that the woman is pregnant, then we would move into the middle section of the mobile medical unit, and it has doors and compartments to keep this private so that we maintain all of the HIPAA regulations we hope to, be responsible for.
Mm-hmm.
But the woman would move into that midsection and meet with a clinician that would determine if she is pregnant. A pregnancy test bathroom is there and a little nurse's station so that the woman we can see if a pregnancy test is positive. If the pregnancy test is positive and if the gestational age that we believe that the mother is, we would move her then into the rear portion of the mobile medical unit, and that's the full exam room, and it's a fully sized exam room that has, just as if you had walked into a physician's office. It has an exam table. It has the ultrasound machine in there.
Wow.
We're really blessed based on the partners we have that allow us to put this whole unit together and make it a true clinically functioning unit.
And as a mobile unit, you are getting a clear, true reading?
Absolutely.
It's as if you went to the hospital.
Absolutely. In fact, we have to almost, I wouldn't say be more, but we have to be so responsible on these units because they're visible and they're vulnerable. They're open to any type of public person, official coming on board. So we provide training across the United States for all of our mobile medical affiliates to be providing the best quality of care, the most compassionate quality of care, and that anyone could walk on these units and feel that the services that they're getting are reliable, responsible, and very dignified and compassionate for the patient.
I think anyone who hears your heart would know and welcome your mobile unit with open arms, but you don't always find that where you go. Tell us, what are some objections that anyone would have to this?
Right. Well, here in Ohio, one of our locations, we actually had an OBGYN provider who was aware of the services, who did provide abortions, who came onto the mobile unit publicly and wanted to know more about the unit, but also was really opposed to the unit functioning as it did. And
why?
We believe from the visits we had with the physician that he was opposed to it being pro-life. He was opposed to the message. He thought that we weren't providing a quality experience, but was surprised to see that it was quite a quality experience. Yes. But also he personally reported that it was a hurt to his business, to his own practice.
Oh, there you go.
So that was a tough one. We have had protests that take place around the unit. Again, it's usually, sadly, an ignorance base. They assume if you're pro-life or you're a faith-based entity that you're not caring about the woman first. And in the ministry that we're in, that's why we do what we do, because we care about the woman first. So we've had to deal with that. We've had locations where we've had those that believe in abortion, that are firmly pro-choice, have followed the unit from place to place in its day and asked public owners of the properties to not allow the units to come back. Wow. So it's a mission field with opposition.
You need to be a little bit thick-skinned, don't you?
You do, and provide great safety training.
Yeah.
But then we also hope that in our responses to those that do it, we have such a compassionate outreach that we ask them and invite them in. Take a look at what we're doing. We want you to see the quality of care that we're giving and the non-coercive. We're not here to coerce anyone. We're here to just offer the options and give hope. The thing that we also do differently that the abortion community often says is true of those who affirm life is that we only care about just providing the ultrasound image. But we have a complete discharge planning process where we work with the woman, whether she chooses to carry to term, whether she chooses to adopt, or whether she chooses to abort. We have what we call a SMART discharge process, and in that SMART discharge process is an acronym that each area of need of that woman is cared for, and we invite her to come back no matter what choice she made, so we can continue to minister to the needs she has, because Once you have a pregnancy that's unintended, life has changed.
Yes.
Whether you carry to term, whether you adopt, whether you choose to abort, your life has changed.
Your services, then, they're all free, correct?
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
all of these services don't stop at the end of that first visit. Then you
No.
continue that relationship to assist the woman and man, perhaps, with
Family.
what they decide at that point and forward. What all services do you provide, Michelle?
Well, remember, as a corporate entity, we help get these mobiles out into the communities. So we're doing it in partnerships with the pregnancy centers, with churches, with foundations who are actually the owners and purchasers. So we provide the training that allows them to provide the intake services, so receiving them on the unit, for the policies, procedures, all of the training for the quality medical experience and the updates and the information. We have a patient website for the patients that we develop so that the patients before, during, and after services can go back to get more information that
Let's
way.
give that now.
It's www.imageclearultrasound.com.
All spelled out lowercase?
All lowercase spelled out.
ImageClearUltrasound.com. You can also go to ICU, the letters, not ICU, but ICUmobile.org, correct?
That's correct, and that'll tell you more about our ministry and how we help these partners.
Now, you've got an event, a couple of events coming up. Let's
do.
talk about those.
All right, so we have an event on June 23rd. It is it's our time to bring our affiliates in from the United States. All over the United States they'll be in, and so it's a time where we get to love on them, care for them, and then train them. But we also are asking our donor and public supporting groups, churches, friends of the ministry to join us. We have a reception and a dinner with Pastor Michael Easley, former Moody Bible Institute president.
Yes.
He'll be coming in to encourage our affiliates and meet with our friends of the ministry, and we hope others can come join us.
And when will that be?
June 23rd,
Okay.
evening. And unfortunately, I don't remember the time. I think it's a 6 o'clock start time,
Well,
but
we
you can
can
look
check
online.
that website.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
And then separate from that, we're asking people, because we're coming up into the summer, it's vacation time. We have an opportunity, if you'd be willing to support us, in what we call our Go the Extra Mile campaign, where you can pledge your miles for your vacation, your trip, or your rock climbing, or your hike, or your pet walking. We say go the distance with us and go that extra mile to just whatever steps, wheels are turning to pledge that distance to ICU Mobile, whether it's a dime a mile or $1 a mile. We'd appreciate your support.
And you can decide whatever it is that you're counting.
Exactly.
Made easier by those little wristbands that we wear now. So that's kind of cool. You know, you can just count your steps and you can pledge a penny a step or whatever you like to do. That is the Go the Extra Mile campaign. Michelle, when is that taking place?
We have actually just started promoting it, and we actually kicked it off with RV sellers, believe it or not, since we're in an RV unit, and our manufacturer has helped promote that through nationwide through his work as well.
Okay, so anybody can just jump in at any
Jump
point.
in at any point, and our website will have more. And we have a page that I believe is live. If not, it will be shortly, and it is the same thing, Go the Extra Mile campaign, which is gotheextramile.com.
Pretty awesome. All right, we're speaking with Michelle Chadwick from the Corporate National Office of ICU Mobile. You have got to have so many stories of seeing lives changed and the difference that this mobile unit is making. Can you share some of those with us?
I would love to share some. One of our recent ones was in Detroit. We had a woman who was living in a car with her boyfriend who saw the mobile unit and came on. We found out that she had no food, no home, no clothes, very little of which to speak, and she was pregnant with twins.
Oh, my.
The pregnancy centers up there, we try to pull multiple pregnancy centers together to serve, and we got going in co-mission. The churches in that community pulled together, were able to get her housing, food, and care. Those babies have since been delivered healthy.
Wow.
And the mother is in such a place that the churches are providing actual daytime care, and she is considering going back to college.
Oh, my goodness.
That is the benefit of community working with us. It's not just a mobile. We do this in community with others. So that's one of our most recent that has been just great.
All right, hit us with another one.
Yeah.
We have a couple minutes.
Yeah. We have a woman who was in Fort Worth, Texas at that mobile, and she had was pregnant, intending to abort. As I told you earlier in the segment, the unit moves to different locations. And in our evening stop, the woman stopped and came on the unit and said that she was upset because she thought they had been following her all day.
Oh, wow.
And when they explained that they just move,
Total coincidence.
Yeah, exactly. God's coincidence.
Yes.
That she said that she had seen the unit on her way to work, dropping her children to school, and now on her way home, and she was planning to abort. But because they were there and she'd seen them, throughout the day, she felt compelled to be on. They were able to speak with her, and she chose to carry that child to term.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's divine intervention,
It
isn't
is
it?
divine intervention.
Wow.
Yeah,
And so you're in touch with her and you're in contact with her. She's, what's next with her.
Right, our affiliate in Fort Worth, right. And she did. She's already delivered, carried to term, so we know that she's there. But that's how God works. Those are things that we can't do. We just make ourselves available, and we go as we're
Yes.
called to go.
Yes.
And He makes the difference in those that see us and those that recognize their need.
For you personally, what does this mean to be able to have a part in this kind of a ministry?
Right. Well, honestly, I'm pretty humbled, because when you're in a ministry like this, you are surrounded by really thousands of men and women who've gone before and who are currently serving because their hearts are poured out with their own histories, often real testimonies. I just feel privileged to have been asked to be, honestly, a part of it and being able to try to serve to make a difference. We're in 26 states, but in almost 50 locations, but we hope and pray that God puts us in other states as well, and that we can make a difference.
So very cool. We've been speaking with Michelle Chadwick. She is from the Corporate National Office of ICU Mobile. You might see these amazing image clear ultrasound vans. Really look like an RV pulling into your area. And try out these websites. Check out icumobile.org or imageclearultrasound.com. Start to count your steps and pledge for the Go the Extra Mile campaign. Pretty exciting. Where can we find you? Where are you located in Akron?
We're actually off of Romig Road, the former Rolling Acres Mall. It's a place we actually get to do some of our driver's ed training now that the lot's available and empty, but we're just directly across from there. But we hope they can find us actually on the ground on our mobile units. If they see a unit, get on Facebook and tell us that we've been seen anywhere in the United States.
Very, very cool. Yeah. And just real quickly, not just as far as checking for pregnancies, also the STDs, STIs, all free services. Can you real quick just touch on that?
Yes, absolutely. The pregnancy centers, many of them today, are providing STD, STI, some even prenatal services, depending on where you are in the United States with our units. Depends on what level of service you'll get, but call ahead, visit the website. You can learn more about those types of services as well.
So great. Thank you so much. Michelle Chadwick from ICU Mobile. Thanks for joining us on Our Community.
Thanks, Susie. Glad to be here.